Now in this example, what we want to be able to do is type in a partial piece of information for the contact title and have it highlight all of the rows where that partial is part of that particular row in the contact title, let's say. In other words, the way we got it set up right now, type in sales, it'll automatically then highlight all of the rows that have sales in them as far as column E. So it would be sales rep, sales manager, whatever we've got in here, sales associate. It'll highlight all of those. All right. So how do we go about doing that? Well, first of all, what we want to do is, as we've done before, select the whole area there. So we'll start at A3, Control Shift, right arrow key, and then down arrow key, and then we'll go back up to the top here. All right. So now we need to put the formula in. All right. So we'll click on the conditional formatting. We'll go to New Rule, use a formula. And then the formula is going to be using the search function in this case. So we'll type in equal search, just like that. And then a left parenthesis. And then we're going to go with putting in where the criteria is going to go into. So in this case, it's going to be this cell right here. So we click onto that. And you'll see how it puts in the absolute on both the column and the row, which is what we want. And then a comma. And then we need to specify the first cell of the column that's going to be searching through, which is going to be, in this case, E what? It'll be E3. So we're going to put in there dollar symbol E3, because that's going to be the first piece of information there, right? And then we'll close off that parenthesis, and we have to put the greater than 0. That's part of the search function. In essence, it's going to tell it that it needs to find at least one of them, right? So, which doesn't make much sense, but that's how it works. All right, now, what do we want to color it as? Well, we'll go ahead and click on the format. We'll go to fill. We'll click on, let's say, the red here. Hit OK. And then hit OK, and there we go. So now you can actually see that. That didn't come out too well with the color. Let's just change that up real quick here. All right, so the color, we're looking to make that like a really jump out there. All right. Okay, so there they are. So if I were later on to type in, let's say, just REP, okay, hit the Enter key. See, it went and looked for anything with an REP. Well, representative has the REP. I mean, it can get as desperate as this. You can actually go in there and type in, let's say, the letter A, hit the Enter key, and it'll highlight all of them that have the letter A somewhere in there, right? So that's pretty wild. All right, now this next one's going to be pretty wild. All right, what I'm going to do, first of all, before I do anything else, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the conditional formatting that we did for this one. So I'm just going to go back and hit conditional formatting, go back to my clear rules, and I'm going to say clear rules from entire sheet, and everything gets wiped out. Now, this next one is going to be pretty crazy. Before, we had just done it for just a particular column. So search for whatever in this column. When you find it, highlight the whole row. This one will make it so where you type in what you're looking for, and it will search all of the columns. So all your columns from column A all the way across to column I in this case. All right. Now, what's that going to involve? This is a pretty crazy formula, but it's not a complicated one. But here's what we'll do. First of all, we'll go ahead and select the area. So get that all out of the way. We did that before. And we're going to go back into conditional formatting. New rule. Use a formula. Now the formula, what I'm going to do is I'm going to type it in real quick. All right. So the magic of video here. Boom. There's the formula. Now, what it is, what this formula is, I guess if I do that, then you can't really see it. Part of the problem with these type of dialog boxes, you can't really get to the beginning of it. I mean, there's a lot of formula back in the left there, and if I try to like hit the left arrow key, it just gives me like cell addresses. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to backspace it over. I'm just going to type in the formula for you so you can see it. But what the formula is basically going to do is it's going to tell it to look for whatever's in column or in cell address E1, you know, whatever we type over here, and look for that in each of the columns beginning with row 3. All right, so I'll just have to type it in. Don't fall asleep on me, it won't take too long, but I'm going to type in equal, and then I'm going to do a search, left parenthesis, and then I'm going to reference then this cell right here, and that'll give me the $E$1, which is what I want, comma, all right, and then what I need to do is just kind of reference the beginning, or the beginning of each of these columns, you know, starting with row 3 there. So I'm just going to have to type in $, and then A, and then 3, and then I have to do the little ampersand to connect it to then B3. All right, so I'm just going to do my little ampersand, and then $B3, and then another ampersand, $C3, another ampersand, $D3, right? Ampersand, $E3, and then ampersand, wrong one, ampersand, $, so we're at E, so we're going to do F, so F3, ampersand, $G3, ampersand, $H3, all right, and then the at symbol, or ampersand again, all right, and I think one more we need I3, so we'll do the $, I3, and that's it, and then we close it off. So again, all it's doing in that formula is referencing that, and then referencing each one of these cells with an ampersand in between, all right, along with the $, symbol, all right. Once you do that, then we can go ahead and specify a format. Let's say we want to make this bright yellow, all right, and we'll go ahead and then hit OK, and right now I've got the letter A. I mean, everything got highlighted. So we'll go back there and type in, let's say, owner, and there's all the owners. Or if I type in, let's say, ANA for Anna, all right, do that one. All these have Anna somewhere in them. This has an Anna there, and so on and so forth. Now if I type in, let's say, BL, all right, there'll be all the BLs. If I type in, let's say, DIST, and those will be all our distributors. Oop, wrong one. I did the wrong one there. Sorry. Okay, so DIST, and there's all our distributors, so forth. So that's pretty powerful. I think you're starting to see all the possibility. I mean, we haven't even touched on all of them. I mean, got a lot more to go. But up to this point, you can see how you can really use these tools, these formulas, to come up with what I would refer to as being like visual filters. I mean, where you can actually see what the criteria is giving you. All right, instead of just saying, well, let's just hide everything but those, we'll be able to see everything that we have, but then amongst everything would be the ones that we're focused on, and those are going to be the ones that are colored in or bordered in, or however you want to put that. So, all right, so that's about it. So hopefully that that will make your day. Might be able to use it for something, but I think it's a good set of tools. So take care. Thank you.